36% plus 78% plus 141% for Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, and SSI. This is unbelievable. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know in this video, I want to break down the details of a recent report that was released showing all of these percentages I mentioned at the beginning of this video and what it means for fixed income beneficiaries, the millions upon millions of people who receive benefits under Social Security. We will also understand and better demonstrate how these programs need to be fixed up in a major way, and that'll be laid out here right in this report. So let's get right into it and talk through all those details. Also, make sure to sign up for your 14-day free trial with that link right down below the video in the description or at the top of the comments section from the sponsor here on the channel, and they will go to work immediately protecting and finding all of your personal information that has already been leaked on the dark web and possibly in the possession of scammers out there. I signed up quite a while ago and they found 30 different places my personal information was leaked on the dark web. And again, they're extending that 14-day free trial for those of you right here in the community, so you can also try them out and so you can sign up and see how much your information is already out there. They will supply you with a list immediately once you sign up with that link down below. And like I've said before in other videos, you'll be completely shocked with how much they find for you. It's kind of scary to see how much your information is already out there and what these scammers could possibly do with it. So again, let them go to work for you, protecting your personal information online. Sign up with that 14-day free trial with the link right down below in the description or at the top of the comment section. Totally free for 14 days. It says it right there on their website. $0 for 14 days. If you don't like it, free, cancel anytime. So check out the links down below. And again, a huge thank you to them for extending this 14-day free trial for those of you here in this community. Again, this is very scary stuff. We got to stay protected out there with everything going on. Anyway, check out those links down below and let's talk about the details of these percentages that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, what all these means, and how they're laid out in this report here. And like I said, unbelievable information. This is shocking stuff, but at the same time, this better illustrates exactly why these programs need to be fixed up for everybody who is receiving them, because these programs are very, very broken right now. And again, I don't think I need to reiterate that all that much, because here's the thing. I think we've all discussed this many, many times before. These programs are great. Don't get me wrong. We certainly want them to stay around for a very long time, and they will, but at the same time, they need to be fixed up by Congress in a major, major way. Now, to be fair, yes, I have talked about some of the details of this report before in other videos, okay? Yes, but I want to wrap it all together in one video right now and break all this down, because there's a lot of information in this one report here, and I want to give it to you all right here in this video, because this is some very, very surprising stuff. All right, so this report was released by the Senior Citizens League, okay? I'm going to be throwing out a lot of numbers here in this video, okay? Stick with me. I'll try to go through this relatively slowly, but at the same time, I want to buzz through it kind of fast because I want to be respectful of your time and deliver as much information as I can in this shortest video possible. All right, so get this. The report that was released by the Senior Citizens League is showing from the year 2000 through the end of 2022 and the first few months of 2023. They found that purchasing power of fixed income benefits administered by the Social Security Administration has depleted by 36%. That's craziness, okay? Basically, the purchasing power, as in your $1, has depleted in purchasing power by 36% just during that 22-year period of time. That's a ton, right? Now, this is all because of inflation, right? Our favorite word of the year and the last couple of years here, inflation. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic. Inflation is not our favorite word, but it is something that's been coming up a ton, right? Now, here's what else is very interesting about this. Since the year 2000 through the end of 2022, and obviously also encompassing the first couple months of 2023, benefits, fixed income benefits administered by Social Security have increased by 78%. So you look at that and think, wow, that's great. Benefits have increased by 78% over 22 years of time. You would think that's really good. It actually is pretty good, until you compare it to inflation. Now check this out. The report also goes on to show that over that same period of time, that same 22 years and a couple months period of time, that expenses for fixed income beneficiaries on the things that fixed income beneficiaries spend their money on increased by 141%. Okay, that's not adding up then, right? You're right, it's not adding up. So here's the thing. Let me say the numbers one more time really fast here. Benefits increased by 78% over 22 years of time, okay? They increased by 78%. However, expenses increased by 141%. Okay, so that's clearly not adding up there, right? Benefits are seriously way behind where they really need to be in order for fixed income beneficiaries to actually be keeping up, because if income is only increased by 78%, but expenses have increased by 141%, you don't need to be a mathematician to figure that one out, right? I mean, obviously we can all clearly see that's not working out there, right? Yeah, you're right. It's not adding up, which is exactly why we've been talking about for a while here. Fixed income beneficiaries continue to fall behind time and time and time and time again. These benefits are simply not enough, and they're not keeping up with real inflation and with what prices are actually doing. We can clearly see that. The report right here is showing exactly that, okay? Now get this. They went on to show as well, over that same 22-year period of time, because of depletion of purchasing power, benefits increasing by 78%, but not enough to keep up with the real inflation, the 141% of price increases, right? As a result of that, they found this. The average beneficiary would need to have their benefits increased by $517 a month, not per year, not any other time frame, per month. $517 a month in order to keep up with real inflation and what prices have actually done over that same period of time. So basically what they're saying is, as a result of this, because of the COLA not being calculated properly and not better reflecting actual living expenses for fixed income beneficiaries, and benefits falling behind, inflation being too high, they're essentially saying that prices for the average fixed income beneficiary has gone up by $517 a month, and that's where benefits should be to keep up with this real inflation. Now, again, that's on average, okay? Now, obviously, some beneficiary, it could be more, some it could be less, but that is on average. The average beneficiary should be getting $517 more a month because of this, which, by the way, that calculates over $6,000 a year. It's a lot of money, right? We're talking a lot of money here. So this is what they found in this report here. And again, this is just solidifying what we've been talking about here on the channel for a very long time, which is these benefits are not keeping up. I've talked about this very clearly in other videos. The COLA, I mean, obviously, let's use a quick example here. The COLA from 2022 was 5.9%. The COLA from 2023, or this year, obviously, is 8.7%. Well, what was inflation last year? Inflation was a solid 8+% all of last year. In fact, it topped out in June of last year, 2022, at 9.1%. Well, we got 5.9%. We were basically across the entire year of last year, anywhere between about 2.5% to about 3% below real inflation for all of last year, 2022. This year so far, okay, maybe the COLA is a little bit higher than inflation, but that's also just what's being told to us, what's being reported. But like I've said before in other videos, when you go to your local store to buy stuff, do you continue to see prices going up, staying the same, or going down? You might see prices stay the same on some things, but you're probably, for the most part, seeing prices continue to rise on a lot of different things, right? Well, like I've said, is that inflation going up or down or staying the same, right? It's obvious. So again, just because the reports are saying one thing doesn't mean that it's actually necessarily true, right? Just because, a report comes out from the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, once per month and says inflation last month went down 0.4% or whatever. Year over year, it's 4.5% or whatever they're saying this month, right? Basically, just because one report is saying that, it's not really capturing the full picture, right? There's different things that are going on all across the country. Depending on where you're located in the country, prices are very different. If you're, in an urban area, if you're in a rural area, if you're in the suburbs, again, it's very, very different where you're located around the country. And again, just kind of where you're located in general, right? So there's a lot of different factors here, and it all kind of lumps it together in one number. Well, it's not really a good picture to determine what is really going on with inflation. Anyway, I want to come back for you really quickly and break down a bunch of different numbers here in this video. As far as what they're saying here in this report, some shocking stuff here, right? Now, again, all of this could have been fixed years ago if they just would have changed the way that the cost of living adjustment is calculated from the CPIW to the CPIE. Now, to be fair, I'm going to go out there and say this much. This problem would not be 100% fixed. However, it'd be much more closer to parity, okay? What I mean by that is that rather than the average beneficiary being basically $517 behind where they really should be per month, maybe it's only $200 a month, or maybe it's only $150 a month, or maybe it's $88 a month. My point is, the CPIE better reflects the actual living expenses for fixed income beneficiaries. It's not perfect. None of these things are perfect, but at least it better reflects it a little bit better versus having a difference of $517 per month on average. That's a lot, right? So again, one more last side note here, and then I'm going to let you go, which is this much. If beneficiaries are not getting an extra $517 a month because benefits have not kept up with that, that simply means that unfortunately beneficiaries either need to spend more money by borrowing it, taking it out of savings, or maybe out of an investment or a retirement account, borrowing maybe on a credit card, a personal loan, a line of credit from friends or family, or simply the other option is cutting back by $517 a month, right? You kind of see my what I'm saying here, right? You can only do a couple different things. You can borrow it, you can take it out of a different source, you can spend it on, credit that you may not have, or you can cut back. Those are the options. So unfortunately, most beneficiaries don't have a whole pile of money to draw on, and most people don't rack up big balances on credit cards and things like this, or borrow money from friends and family. So therefore, most beneficiaries are cutting back. Well, if somebody cuts back by $517 a month on their expenses, does that mean their quality of life is better or worse generally over long periods of time? Well, generally it's probably a little bit worse because less food, maybe less new clothing, maybe turning the heat down in the winter and the AC up in the summer. You know what I mean? Living conditions are just not as good when that happens because the money's just simply not there. It's got to come from somewhere. See what I'm saying? Anyway, hope that makes sense. But again, I want to come back for you really quickly here and break all the details down of this report here. Some shocking information. And again, another huge thank you to the Senior Citizens League for doing this research and for breaking it all down here in this report. Some pretty shocking stuff. So anyway, if you want to look that report up, by all means, look it up. It was recently released here, and they broke down all these numbers along with a lot of other great information in there. So other than that, make sure to sign up for your 14-day free trial with that link right down below the video in the description or at the top of the comments section. You can sign up there, again, completely free for 14 days. A huge thank you to Aura for the sponsorship here on the channel, as well as offering this 14-day free trial to those of you here in the community so they can go to work immediately when you sign up there with that link down below. And they will supply you with that list of all the different places your personal information is already out there you probably don't even know about. I had no clue 30 different places had my personal information like that. Again, not a fan, right? So that's why I had them go to work helping me clean all that up. Anyway, check out the links down below. And if you don't like it during that time, again, you know what to do. It says it right there on their website. Anyway, enjoy your day. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe down below. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day. Take care. And remember, I'm here for you every single day, no matter what. That's my promise. And as always, I'm sticking to it. Enjoy and catch you again later.